Good afternoon, friends and traders. Welcome to Market Recap. I am Dan Hodgman. It is Thursday, February 25th, and whoa, what a volatile day. Yields start moving higher. Looks like the 10-year is up above 1.5% for the first time in quite some time, and that sends fear that possibly this recovery is not causing the rally. Inflation issues, a lot of things happening there. Nasdaq down 3.5%, worst sell-off since October. Dow down 560. Man, oh man, what a day. Question is this going to signal a bigger sell-off? I was on the phone with my old man earlier today. You guys have mentioned him in the past. He's my mentor in this industry, and I still call him quite regularly to pick his brain and ask him questions. I said bonds were down 6 handles. He was a bonds trader for 30 years, and I asked him his input, and he didn't show too much concern. He basically said, excuse me, he basically said, well, stocks just made a high. They got to sell off eventually. So he doesn't show as much concern, but I think there's some bigger questions. 10-year says right now jumps to a 1-year high of 1.6%. Unnerving investors, and I'm leaning that route right now. There's a lot of questions. There's some concern. What is this inflation going to do? We're being told it's not too bad right now, but everything else is telling us some stuff that's a little bit different. Crude oil, great opportunities in crude oil. We checked the overnight. We opened up, we rallied higher, checked that overnight high, came back towards that opening range, and really just worked our way sideways. Equities, steady sell-off all day. Same with gold. Gold was the one that really gave some good opportunities to take advantage of that short. Euro opened up this morning higher and looked like it wanted to hold on, but eventually that couldn't do it either. And like I said, treasuries moving, 10-year yield all over the place here today. Biggest moves we've seen in quite some time over there. So man, oh man, what a day. I hope you guys found some good opportunity though. Want to say hello to everyone. Murph, good to see you. Glad you enjoyed that interview. I had a great time sitting down with Ed. Great insights, so take some notes. He definitely knew what he was talking about. Sean, good to see you. Glad you're able to take advantage. Bill, I got like the hiccups all of a sudden. Bill, James, Tanya. 1 win, 3 losers today. Per my rules, had to sit out and watch a great short day. Good process, though. Well, good way to stick to the rules there. Bulldozer, good to see you. Hiccups, where are these coming from? Have a little hydration here. Bulldozer. Waited for my setups today. Played them perfectly rather than trying to make something happen off the open. Great day in the markets. Absolutely. Way to go. Take your time. Magnum, good to see you. And same with Vlad. Yes, respect your stop losses. It's funny. We talked about that one on Tuesday during Coach's Playbook. Felix and Steve, good to see you guys as well. I am having slight issue. My charts don't really want to pull up, so I'm just going to kind of walk through things here today and just quick overview. Hopefully I'll have my charts good to go here soon. I'm going to be messing with this afternoon. But like I said, crude oil opened up on its lows this morning. Tried to make an attempt to push lower. Really no opportunity there. Rallied right to that overnight high. Funny how that works out, isn't it? I talk about it a lot. You've got to put value in overnight highs and lows. They're great areas to find opportunity. That market rallied right to the overnight high, broke down, came right back to that opening range, and then just kind of floated right around settlement price. S&P 500 opened up this morning, and man, did I want to be long? Absolutely. But I did not like that first little bit. We had the quick pop and quick break. Signaled buyers were not around and sellers were overpowering, and that's what we got. Big break all the way down just past 38.20. Nasdaq, man, that was a big down. Right now, at the moment, Nasdaq's down 3.2%. Big down day. Like I was saying, worst down day since October. We had a couple pullbacks in there. Most notably, at 1 o'clock, we pulled right back to our 20 EMA. Looking at these moving averages, there was a 20-session moving average on the 30-minute chart. We pulled right back to it and broke right again. So good opportunity there. Gold, like I was saying, gold was one of the bigger opportunities to the short side here. A lot of pullbacks in there to get in on that directional trade. And the euro really was trying to press higher. Every time it pushed up, though, it never got anywhere. Didn't really make any new highs. And eventually, towards the tail end of the day, right around lunchtime, we got the break. And then the 10-year note. Yields spiking. Concerns all over the place. Money's coming out. Questions are, where is this going to take us? What's going to happen? That's really what's going on right now. You have investors pulling out, waiting, being patient like we all should be doing, and waiting to see if these yields are going to continue in that direction. If they are, does it make more sense to put money in other locations? And so we had the 10-year note off the open. The break came. We had a little bit of a pullback around 9 to 10 o'clock. That was the chance to get in on the short. And then finally, right around noon Central Time, the break came, and that's when we hit our low, moving us 2 handles down from settlement price. So big opportunities across the board. Really hope you guys were able to take advantage of it. And if you weren't, that's absolutely okay. We don't come in here just expecting huge volatility all the time. We don't come in here expecting that we're going to see Nasdaq drop 3%. We've been bred over the last 10 years to say equities want to move higher. We want to get in on those directional trades. A lot of these markets have been trending here lately, and we've made some adjustments, and it's totally okay if you weren't prepared. As long as you did, like everyone's talking about here, sticking with those rules, sticking with that plan, you're going to be all right. Take those losses, get out of that day, and move on to the next day. It's the end of the week here. Friday is tomorrow, so be patient. If you've had a great week, don't give it back tomorrow. And if you've struggled this week, when you sit down tomorrow morning, if you choose to sit down, if you decide, you know what, I've had a rough week, I'm going to take Friday off and make it a long one. There's sun here in the Midwest. I want to get out and enjoy it a little bit. Then that's not a bad idea. But if you are trading, remember, your job is not to recover the losses of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Your job is just to get yourself in a little bit better position come Monday when we sit back down to trade. Tighten up those rules. Tighten up your risk coming into a Friday. It's the most important thing you can do. Trust me. All right. So like I said, yields are the talk of the town. Stimulus is still on the books. Questions tomorrow. Do they get it through? That's going to be one of our bigger questions. Tesla took a nice hit here today, down at $682. Airbnb, we lost a little bit here today, but we're still in the money by about $40, down to $182 a share. VIX, like I said, big pop in the VIX here today. Right now, trading at 28.75, but we spiked over 30 up to 31. So big spike there. And it's not come back yet. So we're still holding 29.3 where we're at right now. GameStop, woohoo! That was a mover today all over the place. I think we peaked up around $180. Now we're down to $108. Still up 20% on the day. Man, oh man, that's been a fun one to watch. And then lastly, Bitcoin. $49,000 is where we're at right now, but this thing popped all the way up to $52,000. We're still sitting pretty on our Bitcoin trade, so we're holding on to that one. All right. We got some comments here. There goes silver. Yep. Prima's still making some adjustments to Three Amigos. Hold on. We're working on it, I promise. It's been a hectic start to the year here. Three Amigos, it will be back. Don't worry. And I'll keep you guys posted on that one. Tanya, I saw the short setup, but decided to look long. Betting the short was too obvious. Good stops, though, so I can trade tomorrow. Good. I'm glad you had good stops. But if it's obvious, There's nothing wrong with taking it. Take that chance. That's what's nice about these things, but I'm glad you stuck to the plan. My biggest issue is breaking my personal daily loss rule. Found a Ninja Trader to help keep me from doing that anymore. Bulldozer, there's also one thing I would recommend. Have repercussions when you violate your own rules. Find a way. This is the way I explain it to a lot of people. Treat yourself as though you're a toddler. We got to deviate from this fact that we're adult. We get to make our own decisions, and there's really no one there to question us as long as we stay within the bounds of civil nature, truthfully. So have some sort of repercussion when you violate your rules. If it's taking the next day off, if it's something that you love to do at night, you're stepping back from it, whatever the case may be, find a way to create that repercussion, and it's going to help set it in place a little bit more if those tools aren't there always to help you out. Art passed step 2 yesterday, so couldn't trade today. Maybe a good thing. You know what? That's a great mentality. Great way to look at it when you can't trade for a day. Not looking at, well, what did I miss out? That's when that FOMO comes into play. But, hey, you know what? I could have been on the wrong side of this one. I'm glad I wasn't there. So there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes the biggest opportunity is to stay away from the markets. All right, tomorrow, it is Friday. International trades and goods, as well as personal income outlays at 7:30 a.m. Central Time. And then we got the Chicago PMI at 8:45. With consumer sentiment coming at 9 a.m. Central Time. Nothing too drastic, but be cautious around that 7:30 mark. And stimulus, that's in the talks tomorrow. Keep an eye on that one. All of a sudden, my volume just started playing on something here. All right, sorry about that. All right, so at this point, let's go ahead and take a look at this date in history. We've got some good stuff. 1964, Muhammad Ali wins his first world title. One of the greatest boxers in the history of the world. I thought I had one more. No, I did not. So that's what I got here today. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I hope you've all had a great week. Stay safe, trade smart, trade well, and I look forward to seeing you guys all